Hi, Guadalupe. I wanted to leave you some feedback on Essay 4, your researched argument. So I think you've done some good research on this project. It's clear that you found some quality sources that discuss this issue and add to, I think, Twinge's research. I also like the key points that you want to bring into the paper, or that you did bring into the paper, I should say. Primarily that smartphones and social media usage is related to mental health issues, and then you talk about self-esteem, you talk about body image, you talk about cyberbullying, and then you also talk about how it impacts family relationships and kind of breaks down that family support. I think that those are all really good key ideas, and I can see how they all relate quite well to issues of mental health. Uh, I do see a thesis. It's embedded in the middle of one of your opening paragraphs. I remember you, yeah, there was some good movement in here, right? Yeah, if we understand and realize the bad it brings to young adults, we could do something. Perhaps not take cell phones away completely, but minimize the use of smartphones and social media. If we can understand this reasons, we will understand how better we will understand better how smartphones have destroyed our generation. So I think that you have a good thesis here. Notice that it's in a position that most readers won't recognize as the thesis. And so what you want to do typically with an academic paper is conclude your introduction with the thesis statement, right? And so if you notice here, your thesis is embedded in the middle of a pretty lengthy paragraph. And some readers won't be able to recognize that as your thesis. So a general rule of thumb, academic readers expect the thesis to be at the end of the introduction. While I do like your key ideas, there were two issues that were kind of getting in the way for me. Number one, your paragraphs switch ideas quite frequently, and they would have been better suited for you to only talk about one key idea per paragraph, right? So here, for example, you talk about self-esteem and body image, and then you start talking about loneliness, and then you talk about self-esteem. These are all good key ideas that I think relate to your topic, but they would be better suited as separate paragraphs. In addition, this one really threw me for a loop, because in a single paragraph, you discuss issues with family, and then I thought that there was, yeah, and then this felt like a completely different topic as well. I mean, they're kind of related, but I would treat them as separate paragraphs. Another thing that threw me off is I really liked the key ideas, and you brought, for the most part, you brought in evidence to support the key ideas. But I never felt like you explained how smartphones are connected to self-esteem issues, or really how smartphones cause self-esteem issues. So you made the claim, and then you brought in the evidence that supported the claim, that just kind of repeated the claim that you had already stated. But I didn't ever quite, as your reader, felt like I understood how social media could lower my self-esteem, right? And so I think talking about more clearly, giving examples of how social media and technology do that would have really helped the argument. Um, I think that you handled the counter argument well. The only thing that I really didn't see that I wanted to see from you was a solution. So you say that we should limit it, but limit the use of smartphones. But I didn't get a sense of how that could be done, who's responsible for doing it, and perhaps what kind of alternatives exist for that, right? So I kind of wanted your solution mapped out more. Your works cited page is very professional. It looks fantastic. So excellent work there. So overall, I think the thesis is good. I think that you have yeah, I think you had good key ideas to bring into the paper. I think another round of revision, bringing in more examples and focusing on paragraph organization and drawing out your solution could make this stronger. Okay, thanks.